Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for watching. Today I have waxed empties for the first half of February. This is going to be the 1st through the 15th. I realize February is shorter, but I'm still doing it from the 1st to the 15th because that's just like where my mind went. And I cut myself off on the 15th day from putting stuff in this box and like started a separate like empties. Really quickly, someone posted a comment last month, why do you call this empties when they're not all empties? If you think that I should change the name of this to like what I melted, comment down below. I don't do that because there are already people that call their videos what I melted, and I don't really like the title what I melted as much as I do just empties, because someone who generally likes to watch empties videos, like what people used up for that type of purpose, is gonna search in the bar for empties. And what I melted kind of reminds me of like if someone liked to melt things for fun and they were to search the search bar and search what I melted. And I don't know, I feel like it would be like a search or a general like videos related to your search or to your topic of interest or whatever would lead you to an empties video, whatever. It probably doesn't even help that much, but that's why I've been calling them empties. I realize that not all of these are empty, and they used to only be empties, but then people wanted to see what I also melted, and I just kept the name empties. So if you think that it makes more sense for me to change it to what I melted, I can do that. I have no problem with it. I'm just telling you like why I call them empties, and so that's that. I don't know. I've tried to film this and my video, like my camera shuts off, so I apologize if I'm going to be talking fast, brief, if I forget to mention something. I'm really sorry. I melted mostly Super Tarts. None of the Super Tarts are empties, so maybe I'll just do like a disclaimer. Disclaimer, not all of these in this video are empties. Only some items in this video are empties. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to show you the empty bags first. And hopefully I don't spend too much time. First thing I have is Geo and Turner Maliberry Cake. This is kind of like a wild berry mousse type scent. I got it free in a DESTASH, and it's not one I would repurchase because it was really light and it didn't smell like a cake note. I just got kind of like a wild berry mousse scent. Vintage Chic Scents Sugar Sugar. This was a really pretty scent on cold. Fruity, tart, sugary. But when I melted it, it smelled like fruit snacks, kind of artificial. It wasn't my favorite. It did have a decent thrill. I'd say bedroom, office, small bathroom type thrill where you'd be able to smell it in there, but I think it would get lost in a bigger room unless you put it in multiple warmers and had it kind of dispersed. Not one that I would repurchase because it was artificial smelling to me. It wasn't terrible. It just smelled like fruit snacks, and I don't really want to smell fruit snacks, I guess. Snow White from the Bathing Garden. This is kind of like Red Delicious Apple on cold, but melting it, it was like Red Delicious Apple and Mac Apple mixed. And so times I liked it and other times I didn't. I gave the strength a 5 out of 5, and the appeal is a 3 because I do like it, but it's not like my favorite scent. But again, it was mostly an apple scent, and I'm not big on just plain apple scents. Also from the Bathing Garden, I've got Lemon Curd and Rose Milk. This was also a 5 out of 5 for strength. And I liked this one better. I gave it a 3 to a 4 out of 5. It was kind of like a lemon starburst type scent with that lemon curd, but I do smell that note that they want to be rose milk, and I think it was a very like creamy rose meets lemon starburst type scent, and I did like it. It's probably something I would repurchase down the road in a clamshell, maybe a scrub or something like that, but not at this time because I'm not buying stuff right now. I've got 2 shaving cream blends from Vintage Chic Scents. This is Pirelli's Miracle Elixir and Mrs. Lovett's Pie Shop. Now, I don't know the notes in these. If you like shaving cream blends, look it up. But honestly, this is, you can see the other notes. This is predominantly shaving cream for both of these. I would say you can almost disregard the other notes because I didn't smell anything else. I think one of them has blueberry in it. I don't remember what the other one has in it, but I did not smell anything except shaving cream. That being said, I do really like both of them, because I like her shaving cream blend. I think it's really pretty. It's not in your face. It's not headache inducing. It's a really nice shaving cream. And it had a decent throw without being overpowering. I would say it was a 3 out of 5. One of them almost had mint in it. I can't remember which one. I want to say this one, but I might be wrong. But yeah, I gave the strength a 3 to a 4. So yeah, I mean, it's like, it's not an in-your-face type scent, but it has a decent throw, and one of them more specifically than the other. Maybe this one, because I think there was mint in one of them. I like them. I don't love them, so I'm not going to repurchase them. I kind of liked them better than Sweeney's Barbershop, to be honest. I need to melt Sweeney's again and see what I think of it, but I don't think I'm like a Sweeney's fan. I think I'm a Joanna fan. I think that's like rosemary mint and shaving cream. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time on those. I do think that if you like shaving cream scents, or you like vintage chic scents, or you want to try vintage chic scents and you like shaving cream blends, they would be good ones to try. Also from Vintage Chic is Imogene's Lavender Supreme. This was very pretty. I wanted to try this because I have another shape of it and I wanted to see if I should destash it or keep it. If it didn't have a good throw for me, I was going to destash it, but I think that this is just enough that makes me want to keep it. I purchased this myself from a Lavender Quartet like sampler from this restock in November of 2016. So it has had time to cure, but I really don't think that made a huge difference because this wasn't like a strong scent by any means. It was light, but it was enough that you could smell it in a bedroom, and it was really, really pretty. The scent is lavender and like lavender orange smoothie. It is so pretty. It's like, it comes to life when you melt it because it smells good on cold, but it really comes to life when you melt it, and I would recommend that. And I am going to keep the other piece that I have of it. Happy to say. All right, Peppermint Marshmallow from Hayden Row. I really liked this on cold. It was peppermint and that marshmallow was really strong. Like, I really liked this on cold. I thought it like sets itself apart from other peppermint marshmallow scents. But I did not like it warmed. It smelled like Play-Doh. And it was a strong scent. Like, it had a strong throw. It wasn't in your face, like gonna give you a headache type scent, but it had a really far throw. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 there. But the appeal is only a 2 to a 3 to me because it had this weird Play-Doh scent. I cut it in thirds, melted a third, and knew I didn't like it. It had that Play-Doh scent. So I just added the other 2 thirds, like the rest of the scent shot, in. And it helped. Having more of it definitely helped. Oh, sorry, I bumped you. Helped decrease that Play-Doh scent, but it's just not something that I would repurchase. Okay, then we've got Wild Hollyberry from Kringle. I like this scent. This is something I would probably repurchase if I was ordering Kringle, but I do think Kringle is pretty overpriced for what you get. I hate the shape that it comes in. It's just not, I don't know who designed that. That's stupid. It's really dumb. Like, if you designed this, you did a terrible job. The perforations don't go down far enough. You have to use a knife or something to break it anyway, so like, why even put those perforations in there? It's dumb. I do like that scent though. It's like a sweet berry meets mistletoe type scent. I liked it. It was a very Christmassy scent. And then I've got some Candy Panda scent shots. I got these free in a DESTASH. I need to like roll my sleeve up here. The first one's lavender and sea salt. I got mostly this sea salt scent, but I really liked this. This was light. That sea salt scent is so pretty. It is, I really don't smell the lavender, like, so I can't say if it's like a sweet lavender or an herbal lavender. If anything, I would say sweet lavender because that's more subtle. I don't really smell that lavender. I get mostly that sea salt scent, and it's so pretty. It's very refreshing ocean air, very authentic, not salty sea air, which still smells good, but kind of is a little bit more artificial of a scent. This smelled like fresh ocean air. It was really pretty, and I did like it. It was probably at 2 or 3 out of 5 as far as the strength goes. I thought it was really pretty. I would try and get it from maybe another vendor, like that sea salt scent, but I wouldn't purchase it from Candy Panda because every Candy Panda scent shot I've melted, I have not been able to smell like hardly anything. This one, for example, Blankets on the Beach. This is like a oceany laundry type scent. It's probably like a dupe for some brand of laundry detergent that does like an ocean breeze type scent. But I couldn't really smell it. You had to be like above the warmer, so I'd give this a 1 out of 5 for the strength. The appeal is a 3. I mean, I do like the scent, but yeah, too weak for me to want to purchase that. From Sassy Girl Aroma, I've got White Chocolate Apple Type, which I believe is a Yankee dupe. And I also think this one, Apple Sugar, is also a dupe. Whoa, focus. No, focus. Okay. So I think this is like sugared apple. What's going on here? I don't know why it's doing that. That's so annoying. Stop it. Stop. Okay, let me just... Come on. You can do it. I know you can. Oh my gosh. Wasting my time. Okay, so sugared apple. Very light, very, very light. Could hardly smell it. Not a repurchase. Smell good on cold though. White chocolate apple type. 1 or 2 out of 5. Maybe a 1. Not a repurchase. Okay. Then we've got cinnamon orange donuts, which I think should be called cinnamon orange rolls, because this smells like cinnamon, like orange rolls, but with a hint like cinnamon sprinkled on it. So almost like a cinnamon roll meets an orange roll. If you know what an orange roll smells like, they smell fantastic, I think, in my opinion. So I really liked it. I did cut this souffle cup originally when I heated it up a long time ago. I cut it into 4s so it would be ready, but it kind of like became cohesive again and melted back together. So when I tried to break a piece off, that's how it ended up. So that's why it looks terrible, but this smells really, really good. I wanted to melt this because I figured I've had it for over a year. I should probably melt it. No regrets. That's awesome. It smells so authentic. I would absolutely repurchase that. I would get that probably in a loaf, at least a chunk bag. All right, the rest are Super Tarts. So let's go. I've got Tonks, which I melted 2 more cubes of. Tonks is Magically Delicious Raspberry and Pink Sugar. I don't get any pink sugar. I get mostly raspberry and Magically Delicious. This is a nice scent. I really like it, but it's light. I still maintain, after melting it again with 2 cubes, that it is light. I'm glad I didn't buy it in a BAM bag because I would be disappointed in the throw and probably destash it just because I want strong. But it's a really pretty scent. Annabeth, which is saltwater taffy and pink sugar. This was a disappointment for me. I melted 1 cube. I could not smell this, and I was going to put another cube in, but I thought, you know what? No, I'm just going to destash it. I don't smell a lot of pink sugar. I smell mostly saltwater taffy, which isn't my kind of thing. I just bought it because it was hyped up, I think. It was probably the favorite of the collection when it first came out. Everyone really wanted it. And it's a pretty scent. It's just not strong. It kind of reminds me of some body care I've smelled before. But I don't know what that would be. So anyway, I'm going to destash that. Also going to destash this. This is Miracle on 34th Street. The scent description is down here, but it's so tiny that you wouldn't be able to see it. It's fresh fallen leaves and creamy pumpkin pie topped with toasted marshmallows. Now, Kim from Kim Hearts Organizing said that if you like Mr. Myers, you would like this. And I think she's 100% correct. I think that they're very, very similar. If you think Mr. Myers is a little bit too smoky for you, this is a step down from that, but it's still too smoky for me. And I think a step down from this is Misery, which is pie crust and leaves, and randomly like that one works for me. I think that that's like a creamy, soothing, calming scent, and I like that. I think I have to stick with that one because I can't tolerate smoky scents. I don't know what it is, because I really like bonfire scents. My parents have a bonfire pit in their backyard, and like I grew up going to bonfires all the time. It's like one of my favorite scents in the world is you know, from daily life is a bonfire scent. I love the scent of bonfire smell on your clothes. I don't know what it is, but I can't do it for home fragrance. It's so strange. So I'm going to destash this because it's just a little bit too much for me. You definitely get that toasted marshmallow scent. A little bit of like dry leaves, smoky scent, but not super strong. It's on the creamier side. I don't get like a pumpkin pie scent, but there's something that makes it, that marshmallow, like creamy with that like smoky leaves type scent. And it was a decent throw, so I just don't think I'm gonna like it enough to, like, I can't do 2 cubes. That would be too much, and I'm not gonna disperse it up all throughout my house just to use it up. It would be way too much. Excuse me. All right, Violet, which is peppermint, cotton candy, and blackberry, mostly peppermint and blackberries. That peppermint specifically is twisted peppermint, in my opinion, from Bath & Body Works. It smells just like twisted peppermint. And then her blackberry, which is amazing. Really, really nice. Not in your face, not headache inducing. I really like that scent. It has a good throw. I have a lot of it. I would repurchase. Heart of Dixie, I'm going to de-stash this. This is pink peonies, vanilla bean, buttercream, and pink sugar. I don't get pink sugar. I get that vanilla bean with that peony scent. I think it's pretty, but I'm not super big on florals. There's a different one in here I like better, and I'll show you it next. So yeah, there's only 4 cubes left. I'm going to de-stash this with some other things. The one I like a little bit better is this Black Widow, which is sweet blackberry and pink peonies. I like this blend a lot better. I think I need that fruitiness to cut down the peonies. Not that the peony scent is strong, because it's not. It's not super strong. It's not as strong as her rose scent. It's not super floral. It's very tolerable, especially for someone who's not big on floral scents. But there's something about this one that made it a little bit prettier. I'm sure that that something is the blackberry. I like the blackberry. I blended with it. And this wasn't super strong either, and you do still get that peony scent. Like, it's primarily peony, but there's enough of that blackberry to make it more tolerable for me. So I like that one. I could probably de-stash that one and, like, not really care. Like, it's not one I need to melt the rest of, but I like that one better than Heart of Dixie, in my opinion. All right, Bishop's Wife. Twisted peppermint, driftwood, and vanilla bean Noel. This smells so good. It's primarily that twisted peppermint, and the vanilla bean Noel. Driftwood is in the background. You can still smell it. It comes out a lot more when the scent fades down. It's strong. I don't know why I wrote this on here. I think I ordered some of them 2 different times, and so I wanted to, I don't know. This was a note to myself to melt this one first. I'm not sure. Clearly I got the message because I melted this one first. But yeah, I just melted 1 cube. It was strong. It was decent. I liked it. I have a few more clams of it, and I'm enjoying it. I like twisted peppermint blends, so there's probably no twisted peppermint blend that I wouldn't like. Excuse me. Okay, Lucky Lemons. Lemon curd and magically delicious. I have 2 more clams of this. I'm going to de-stash them because I'm not in love with this scent, and I know that Brandy is having an issue with her lemon curd and also her magically delicious with getting the oils and stuff. So people are getting frantic about it. I don't want to hang on to them if I'm not in love with them. So I'm just going to de-stash the 2 that I have and do like a big lemon de-stash because I have several lemon scents that I'm going to de-stash. So I melted it again just to make sure it's something that I was okay with de-stashing or if I really liked it. And I like it. It's a nice scent, but it's not something that is so unique that I need it. I think that you could get a scent like this from Sensationals or Better Homes and Gardens or really any other vendor too. That's like, a lot of vendors still have lemon curd blends that they can make. So maybe Brandy uses a different lemon curd oil. But I mean, they have like Better Homes and Gardens and Sensationals has like their lemon bakery scent. And I think they're similar enough that you don't need this unless you're like very specific about this scent. Like this is your jam. Yeah. Anyway. Okay. I really liked Alfie. Fluffy marshmallows, candy canes, and Christmas cookies. I have 1 clam of this and I have a band bag and I wanted to see if I really needed to keep that band bag or, you know, I mean, I bought it because I knew I was going to like it, but I'm trying to test things, you know, I'm in this test phase. You know, do I want to keep something that's really hyped up that everybody else likes, or do I like it myself? Yeah, I really like this. This is awesome. This is so good. It's definitely candy cane and not strong peppermint. It's that subtle, sugary peppermint vanilla mixed with a sugar cookie scent. Really, really nice. I wish it was stronger. I only melted a cube. I can make it stronger by melting more, but I wish it was stronger on its own. I'm glad I have that. I would highly recommend that one. That one's really pretty. Ellen, which is Jaws plus pink sugar. This Jaws is sea salt, fresh air, seagrass, sliced plum, and sweet pear. The clam looks disgusting, and I don't think it's because it's old or anything. I think it's because of the dye. I've heard things about certain dye colors, like dark dye colors, causing clams to soften, but you can see how squishy that is. It's pretty squishy. This is probably 75% Jaws, 25% pink sugar. maybe even less pink sugar, but it's enough that I smell a difference. It really tones down that Jaws and makes it a really nice blend. I like the Jaws blends much more than Jaws on its own. I don't like Jaws on its own. I think it smells artificial to me. Okay, mini bows. I bought 3 of these. I'm going to de-stash 2. I don't need any more. I could probably de-stash this too if someone wanted it. This is iced lemonade, sweet lollipops, and strawberry. So it's mouse ears plus strawberry. When smelling this, I hadn't smelled mouse ears yet. Excuse me. When you talk this much, your throat gets really dry and like scratchy. I hadn't smelled mouse ears yet, so I didn't really know what to think. But smelling this, I thought, oh, okay, I can kind of see what mouse ears would smell like minus this strawberry that's in it. And after melting it, I don't think I'm going to like mouse ears, so I'm going to de-stash my pan without even trying it. And I don't like this enough to want to keep 2 more clams of it. It was strong. It had a very good throw. But it's too lemony tart. And then with that strawberry is also tart. It's just not my thing. It's just not. I'm not like a really tart, citrusy, fruity type person. So, you know, I see why people like it, but I just don't. You know, like, it's just not my favorite. This would be a good scent to use in the kitchen to get rid of scents or like smells and stuff. So I think I'm going to keep the rest of this clamshell because I do think it's a nice scent. But I don't need to keep those other 2 clams of it. And I realized I don't need to keep that super pan of mouse ears. I bought it because it's like so hard to get mouse ears, but then she just restocked mouse ears. And I still see it in clams on the website. So if I really wanted to place an order, I could just buy a single clam and try that and sell my super pan. Then people would say, why don't you just cut into your super pan? But I'd rather just sell a full super pan to someone, you know, and do it that way. All right, I'm almost done. And I'm like all out of breath too. Gollum. The Omen with sweet blackberries. We've all said that her blackberry scent is amazing, and it is. It really can make or break a scent. Well, I shouldn't say make or break. It can really change a scent that you don't like into something you like, because I don't like the Omen. I don't like most Omen blends. I like Darth, which I think has rosemary mint in it. And that one is a lot of rosemary mint, like enough that it takes away that Darth, or not Darth, the Omen scent. The Omen is like Red Delicious Apple, Vanilla Bean Noel, and some other things. And I don't like the Vanilla Bean Noel mixed in it, or there's some kind of undertone I don't like in the Omen. But I like this one. This is probably my favorite. It's fresh and fruity. It changes the Omen. It changes it to like a fresh and fruity scent. It makes me forget that it's the Omen, and it kind of just creates its own new scent that I think is much more tolerable for me. All of these scents have a decent throw unless I've told you that they were light. And I really can only think of one that was like super light, and that was Tonks underneath there. All right. Harry, Magically Delicious and French Baguette. This came super messy and broken. I melted 1 cube. I really like this. This was a surprise. I really liked it. I feel like this is the stronger version of Magically Delicious. Like that baguette with Magically Delicious. This is perfection. This is so good. I like this better than Magically Delicious on its own. I think it's great on its own. I think it's great as a blender. I wish I had this in a super pan instead of Magically Delicious. I think I'm going to de-stash my Magically Delicious pan because I really like Magically Delicious as a scent. But I think I'm going to de-stash it, and then like whenever Harry is available in a pan or a Bam Bags, I'm going to buy that and use that because I really just feel like this is a amped up version of Magically Delicious. I'm really happy with it, and yeah, I might as well sell my super pan. Let someone else have Magically Delicious that likes it. This is my replacement for it, and I really liked it. All right. After clearing my throat 1,000 times, I've got one more clam, and this is Frosty. I did melt this last month, so this is just a little bit of an update. It's twisted peppermint and sugar milk. I melted 1 cube, but put it in my Scenterpiece warmer last time and went to bed, so I couldn't really tell you too much about it. Now I melted a cube, and I stayed awake for it. And I don't like the sugar milk. I can smell it. I don't like it. I'll use the rest of it up. It's not terrible. It's not like disgusting or anything, but it's not my favorite. As I said, I don't think I could ever not like a Twisted Peppermint blend. I'm taking that back because I don't really like this. It's okay, but I don't like that sugar milk. I don't think I'm a fan of Brandy's sugar milk. I don't think I'll try any more of her sugar milk blends. It stands out too much. I don't think I would try a lot of sugar milk blends in general from vendors. The only one I know that I liked was Milk Glass from Vintage Chic Scents. And that was like Wild Berry Mousse Cake Batter sugar milk. And I had a sample of that. And then I just recently bought Marshmallow Milk Glass, which has more marshmallow, and hoping that will tone that sugar milk down even more. But yeah, not a fan of sugar milk. This is a decent like throw, but yeah, there's that. So that's everything. That's everything I melted for the first half of the month. I'm going to keep going with Super Tarts this month. I'm going to try as many as I can. For March, I will do the same. I'll continue going through more Super Tarts, but I'm also going to incorporate a different vendor. I don't know if it's going to be more Sassy Girl Aroma or more Rose Girls that I'm going to try. So, you know, and then random stuff here and there, but I'm going to primarily stick with... I want to try all of my Super Tart scents. I want to get through trying everything that I have from Super Tarts and see what I like and see what I don't like, and like, you know, so that I feel like everything that I have is either something that I like and I've tried, you know, or I've gotten rid of it. I just don't like feeling like I have all of this stuff, all of this wax that I haven't even tried yet. So that is my goal, is to get through and try all of my Super Tarts and make a decision. Do I want to keep? Do I want to sell? That type of thing. And so that's my mission, but I also don't want to keep it only Super Tarts for people who don't really care about Super Tarts. So that's where I will include other vendors as well. And then of course I like to melt seasonally, so you'll see like spring stuff coming up and some bakery here and there and that type of thing. So yeah, anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions down below, or leave them down below. I'm really sorry. I felt like I'm sick of recording this video. I think I've like recorded it like twice already, and my video gets cut off at like 32 minutes or something like that. So I'm I think I'm safe with 27 minutes right now. I appreciate you guys watching if you stuck out to the end. And again, leave any questions down below. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.